Hey guys, so today I want to talk about something interesting. Someone asked a question about success and our coaching process here with this program. And it's interesting that there is an assumption or belief that just because we are online, the success rates would be different than it is in the real world. But in reality, it isn't. If anything, it's probably even more challenging in the sense that there's been a lot of misinformation about how easy it is to succeed online. And it's created false expectations in a lot of people. So some people believe that if they just put a couple $100 in online in a business online, they will be able to make tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, even become millionaires by doing that. And that just isn't true. um, as a coach and as a business person, I know it doesn't make any kind of sense, so I never encourage my students to think that way. Being online is the same thing as anything else. It's a business. And when I work with people, I'm constantly filtering, constantly. I'm constantly looking for the people that are going to be the ones that will get results and are ready to commit to the process. It's one of the reasons why, we have deep dive sessions to make sure that you're an appropriate fit for the kind of business we have. And if you're not, then we'll look for other options for you. The Pareto principle applies here, as well as in everything else. You always have 20% of the people who do the work, who take the action. I mean, I tell my students all the time, and I'm going to say this to you as well: talk is cheap. Anybody can say whatever. And I've learned over the years to ignore what people say and what my students say, and I just look for the actions. What actions do I look out for? I tell the students, look, you can have your business set up in 7 to 12 days. Have a business set up with your products that they're going to market, and then move on to having a business plan created for you. Now, at that point where your business is set up, that is where you know, okay, this is what I'm going to be promoting, this is what I'm going to be marketing. But to get there, you need preparation. You need to go through 7 steps of training: mindset, business before the setup. And it is amazing to me sometimes, well, not so much these days, people that come on and say, hey, I want to get started. And then after a first conversation, they never show up after that. And then you begin to wonder, how serious is the situation in their lives that made them take the first step in the first place? Now, I know there are exceptions, people that have things happen in their lives, deaths, illnesses, whatever. Things like that do happen, and people, because of that, may have to put things on hold. But I'm talking in general, the percentage, and if you've watched the Getting Started video, you will see this. The percentage of people that actually follow through on what they keep griping about, and yeah, gripe is a word. You complain day in, day out about the situation you find yourself in, the challenges you're facing in life, the things you cannot do because of the financial constraints you're facing, how you hate your job, how you're not able to spend time with your kids. You want to have the freedom, you want to be your own boss. You never owned a house and you want to be able to do that now. And then you have an opportunity where someone is going to work with you one on one. I mean, this literally doesn't exist in the industry. Yeah, you will not find places where a coach actually spends time talking to you one on one and walking you through a sales process. You say you want to create a change, and then when it comes time to actually go through something simple as watching a video or read a text and answering questions and sending your answers, people start to flake. And it is just the 20% that commit and actually take action and follow through. Now, fast forward a couple of years, you find this person who's made that commitment and now is doing very well. They've quit their job because they chose to, and they have the funds to take care of their needs, their family. They can travel and do or whatnot. And this other person doesn't have that, and they went through the same program. Now, this person is going to say the program doesn't work. He or she is not going to say I was, you know, not serious, not committed. They're not going to say that. They're going to say the program doesn't work. They didn't take the action. Now, this other person is going to be like, wow, that's the greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life. And we have thousands of these testimonials already. people that take action and create change in their life. Now, these people are even a smaller percentage of those that even follow through the steps. The reason is this: when it comes to the point of really making a commitment with energy and finances and time, even after the business is set up and pushing through until you start getting the results, it's still a smaller percentage of people that commit to actually doing it. Again, talk is cheap. So when you get the business set up, working at it becomes another ball game. You need to now make another commitment. So you're constantly making commitments. Now, when you're working with someone like me, I'm going to keep asking you, how committed are you to seeing this true? How committed are you to creating the change that you're looking for in your life? And yeah, I listen to your answers. I listen to what you say and what you tell me. Oh, yes, I'm going to do that. But I'm just watching. We're supposed to have daily check-in calls. How often do you show up? You're supposed to go through the steps. Do you, make the investment of your time every day, 90 minutes every day, to go through the steps, answer the questions, read a book, listen to the JT call? It's just like taking a break from television for the next 30 days. I mean, literally just cutting off 2 hours of TV from your life or any other frivolous activities. Maybe the time you'd normally spend hanging out with friends. Just like, listen, guys, I'm trying to create transformation in my life. For the next 21, 30 days, you're not going to see me as much. I want to focus and get a breakthrough. And you do that for that time period of time so you can get the change that you want. Personally, I mean, I watch TV during the week, but it's very sparse. It's like just a small chunk of time. Maybe in between sessions, I just want to chill out for like 10, 15 minutes. I might just watch a bit of TV, watch a comedy, because I found a better use and a better investment of my time that's going to yield me much more value. Coaching people, creating changes in people's lives, working on myself, improving myself, working on my business, those things count for much more. So if you in this group of 80% that just talk and do nothing, think about that. What's going to happen a couple of years from now if all you're still doing is talking? What are you going to tell your kids? What are you going to say to your family and your friends who you keep saying you're going to create a change and they've been listening to you? They're watching you to see what happens. You have the opportunity to create an outcome for yourself. Now, when you're here and you're actually taking the step to set up your business, and by no means is this a simple thing because, again, time, money, energy, investment to get results, again, you have to recommit that you're going to push through. You're going to do whatever it takes to get you the results you're looking for. At every stage, you're going to have to make that commitment as well. So my question to you today is, how committed are you? Are you going to be in the 80%? Or are you going to move into the 20%? And if you're in the 20%, you're showing up for your daily calls, you're reading the book every day, you're watching the JT calls every day, you're doing your assignments, you're already in the 20%. Will you move to the 5%? Because when you get a business set up by step 7, the 5% actually are those that now really take action, commit to investing the money, the time, the energy, implementing the business plan to create the transformation in their lives that they're looking for and create that additional income and the lifestyle freedom that they want so much. So choose where you want to be on the spectrum. You can move from the 80% to the 20%, and then even move further from the 20% to the 5%. You decide. It's not cast in stone. It's simply defined by the actions that you decide to take today. Let today be the time when you decide you're going to move from here 80% to 20% to the top 5% of people that create transformation in their lives. Talk to you soon.